session which we missed on last Friday. So I have query form with me, and once I finish the questions which are there in the query form, I can take your questions. You can raise your hand or put your questions in the chat section. Okay. The first question is, after calculating the total energy requirement, then how do we calculate that how much carb, protein and fat are required? So, Bhumika, you asked this question on 13th. After that, we have done the macronutrient calculation. So I hope this question is clear. If you have any questions, please put your question again in the chat box. Can we drink warm water first after just waking up for saliva? In class said that eat something before water intake for breaking fast. No, absolutely not. This has not been conveyed. First thing has to be water, and then we can eat anything else. My friend has psoriasis. How can I help? So psoriasis में आपको anti-inflammatory diet देनी है, आपको alkaline diet देनी है, और बहुत ज्यादा spicy fried foods include नहीं करना है. If you have a doubt with BMI and BMR calculation, I will take you to that calculation once again. While planning diet, what is to be considered, BMI or BMR? We will be considering the things, and from BMR we will be calculating the total daily energy expenditure also. Sample diet for diabetes is given, okay, in the PDF, and if you want another diet plan, you can plan your own diet, and you can share it with me, and I can check it for you. But a sample plan has already been shared with you. How to increase or decrease the calorie count? So see, depending upon what goal we have, weight loss karna hai, weight gain karna hai, depending on that, we will be increasing or decreasing the calorie intake. Okay? So for example, total daily energy expenditure has come out to be 2400, and the person wants to lose weight. So in that case, we will be decreasing the calories from either 500, 600, 700, and then we make a calorie deficit diet. And if a person wants to gain weight, then we will be increasing the calories. We just increase by 200 or 300, not much, because weight gain में appetite थोड़ा सा कम होता है, तो बहुत ज़्यादा calories increase नहीं कर सकते. For better digestion, same the salt with ginger is good. It can be taken. What is the reason for tailbone pain, lower back pain, or how to cure this? It can be because of calcium deficiency in the body. It can be because of continuous back posture. It can be because of muscle weakening around your bones. So depending upon whatever is the reason, the solution has to be there. So the only question in the query form, I will take you through BMI and BMR calculation first of all, once again. I'll share the PDF with you of day 6 that we have done. Okay, so when we are doing BMI calculation, for BMI calculation, we need two things, weight and height. Okay, these are the two things we need, and where we have to divide weight with height square. Okay, so height has to be in meters. So here we have weight as 65 kgs and height as 165 centimeters. So the first task that we need to do is converting this into meters. And for this, we need to divide the height with 100. 1 meter, this we have done, 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. Okay, so that is the reason we will be dividing the height with 100 and then we get the height in meters. Okay. After that, we take the square 1.65 multiply by 1.65. That is the square, which comes to be 2.72. Then you divide 65 with 2.72 and then you get the BMI. BMI tells us an indicator whether the person is underweight, whether the person is normal or overweight. We have discussed in the class during the contraindications that sometimes BMI is lower, sometimes BMI is higher, but the individual is not obese or overweight. That you can go through from your notes as well. This was about BMI. Then we go into BMR calculation. Understanding BMR calculation, we use different equation for males and different equation for females. For males, the equation is this. Okay. In this, we need four things. One is weight, height, age, and the activity factor. Okay. Activity factor हम PAL values से लेंगे, which is also given in the PDF. Okay. Then we put weight here, multiply weight with 13.7, you get the answer. Then you multiply height. Height has to be in centimeters. यहाँ हम meters में conversion नहीं करेंगे. Multiply height with 5, you get height. Multiply age with 6.8, you get the answer. Now you add this, and this. ये first three numbers को हम add करेंगे. Last age वाले numbers से minus करेंगे. Here, this is what we got is BMR. Here the story does not end. BMR को हमें एक्टिविटी फैक्टर से भी मल्टीप्लाई करना है, तभी हमें टोटल डेली एनर्जी एक्सपेंडिचर पता चलेगा. पूरे दिन में हमें कितनी कैलोरीज चाहिए वो हमें एक्टिविटी फैक्टर से मल्टीप्लाई करने पे ही पता चलेगा. If the person is sedentary, if the person is doing very light activity, if the person is just doing any walk or वो that person is not heart rate उनकी बढ़ नहीं रही है, उसके हम sedentary ही लेंगे. If the person is doing any activity which is increasing his or her heart rate, so 30 minutes की activity which is intense, we will take it as light. 1 hour के आसपास we will take moderate. Around 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours we will take heavy, and exceptional is more than 2 hours. Okay, this is for males, and a different equation will be used for females. Okay, so females के लिए हम ये equation use करेंगे. Usually हम ये equation adults के लिए use करते हैं, but for some children who are above 12 years of age or 10 years of age and obesity issues है, तब उनके लिए भी हम ये equation use कर सकते हैं. Likewise, we see हम मल्टीप्लिकेशन करेंगे, एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन करेंगे, मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे एक्टिविटी फैक्टर से, एंड वी गेट द टोटल डेली एनर्जी एक्सपेंडिचर. ओके, लेट मी नो इफ यू हैव एनी अदर क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू BMI or BMR. Okay, Kayan, please ask your question. You will be asking your question day 1. Kayan, just a second. Day 1 पे जो हमने कोर्स स्टार्ट किया था, till today, the last topic of diabetes that we have covered. All the questions related to the topics that we have covered, you will be asking only those questions. We have still not covered weight loss, weight gain, thyroid, PCOD, liver, kidney, heart disease, lipid profile. वो सब हमने अभी cover नहीं किया है. जितना cover किया उससे related, please ask your questions. And in case of any personal questions, that will be taken by the, you directly ask to the admin, they will route. Yes, Kayan, please ask.
Yeah, ma'am, my question is कि जब हमने पढ़ा स्पोर्ट्स वाले में कि जो प्री वर्कआउट पाउडर्स हैं उनमें ये होना चाहिए, यूरिन होना चाहिए, सब कुछ वो हमारे लिए बेनिफिशियल है. लेकिन कोई ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है जो हमें पता हो कि इसमें ये है तो हमने नहीं लेना है, कोई ऐसी लिस्ट है अवेलेबल जिससे हमें पता चल जाए कि अभी तो मैंने आपसे पूछ लिया कि मैम ये मेरे प्रोटीन पाउडर पे ये लिखा है, ये सेफ है कि नहीं है, लेकिन somehow अगर मैं ब्रांड चेंज करती हूँ कुछ उस पे ऐसे होते हैं, तो वो how do I know कि इसमें ये है चीज मेरे को नहीं लेनी है ये.
You mean to say the ingredient which is not healthy?
इंग्रेडिएंट को ऐसे लिस्ट है कि हाँ मैंने ये पाउडर लिया इसमें ये इंग्रेडिएंट है, मेरे को ये नहीं लेना है.
सी देखो, फर्स्ट 5 इंग्रेडिएंट्स आपको यूजुअली फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल चेक करने हैं। फर्स्ट 5 इंग्रेडिएंट्स में शुगर, एडिशनल सॉल्ट नहीं होना चाहिए। फर्स्ट 5 इंग्रेडिएंट्स शुड बी द इंग्रेडिएंट्स दैट आर देयर इन द प्रोडक्ट इन द मैक्सिमम क्वांटिटी। उसके बाद लेट मी टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ पीनट बटर। पीनट बटर में 100% पीनट्स यूज होते हैं। देयर इज नो एडिटिव एडेड सॉल्ट, देयर इज नो एडेड शुगर। Sometimes there is added cocoa powder to make it into chocolate, that is okay. But अगर added sugar है, and first ingredient is not peanuts but first ingredient is something else, then we should not be taking it. If the product has वैसे तो parts per million ppm के हिसाब से ही preservatives and additives add किए जाते हैं. But if somebody has too much of allergy towards any additives, usually liver conditions, kidney conditions में होता है, then we should be avoiding these supplements. Hydrogenated oils, palm oil, hydrogenated fats, ये सब terminologies उनमें नहीं होनी चाहिए.
ओके अब जैसे मेरी एक फ्रेंड थी, उसने लिया था प्री वर्कआउट पाउडर, मुझे नहीं पता उसने कौन सा लिया था, बट उसने किसी डाइटिशियन को दिखाया, उसने कहती ये वाला इंग्रेडिएंट है, ये मत लो, आपको यू हैव टू कंटिन्यू डिसकंटिन्यू दिस। तो ऐसा कोई लिस्ट वगैरह हमें अवेलेबल होएगी, जैसे प्री वर्कआउट जो हम लेते हैं बाजार से, वी डोंट नो द ऑथेंटिसिटी ऑफ दैट, तो हमें कैसे पता चलेगा?
नहीं,
प्री
हमें
वर्कआउट
प्री वर्कआउट में भी आपको ऑथेंटिसिटी है, आपके पास बैकअप रिसर्चेस हैं, तभी आप वो लेंगे, बिकॉज देयर आर न्यूमरस प्रोडक्ट्स दैट आर फ्लडेड इन द मार्केट। हम वो सब नहीं ले सकते। द फर्स्ट थिंग यू शुड बी टेकिंग इनटू कंसिडरेशन इज कि उसमें इंग्रेडिएंट्स क्या है। सेकंड थिंग यू शुड बी लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड इज कि उनका जो न्यूट्रिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन दी हुई है पर सर्विंग, उसमें से आपको बेसिकली सोडियम देखना है, बिकॉज कभी कभी वो इतने ज्यादा प्रेजर्वेटिव्स ऐड कर देते हैं। the product is giving you good proteins, the product is giving you low carbs, there is no added sugar, but sodium बहुत ज्यादा होता है। So आपको बेसिकली फैट्स देखने हैं, सैचुरेटेड फैट्स, मोनो अनसैचुरेटेड एंड पॉलीअनसैचुरेटेड। यू नीड टू चेक ऑन योर प्रोटीन्स एंड कितना एडेड शुगर है, कार्ब्स है कि नहीं है, एंड द सोडियम इनटेक इन दैट। ये मेन चीजें हैं जो आपको देखनी है।
ओके अभी यहाँ पे मेरे पास है आंवला कैंडी, बाजार से जो आई है, इसमें ग्लूकोज है 10.4 ग्राम और इसमें प्रिजर्वेटिव है E211, तो इज इट सेफ?
will be there, Kayan, but अगर आप शुगर कंटेंट देख रहे हो 10.2 ग्राम्स, इसका सर्विंग साइज क्या है?
इसका इन्होंने लिखा है न्यूट्रिशन फैक्ट पर 100 ग्राम और कैलोरी वैल्यू लिखी है 284.1 किलो कैलोरीज।
नहीं, ऊपर ये भी लिखा होगा ना कि ये 100 ग्राम्स में है या पर सर्विंग 5 ग्राम्स ही है।
100 ग्राम्स पर 100 ग्राम्स
पर 100 ग्राम्स है ना, तो अगर आप पर 100 ग्राम्स यानी एक कैंडी विल नॉट बी मोर देन 2 ग्राम्स और 3 ग्राम्स। तो इट विल, एक कैंडी अगर एक आंवला कैंडी लेते हो तो उसमें 10 कैलोरीज से ज्यादा नहीं होगा। 10.8 ग्राम्स या 10 ग्राम्स अगर कार्बोहाइड्रेट कंटेंट या शुगर कंटेंट है तो एक कैंडी में इट विल बी वेरी नेग्लिजिबल।
लाइक इसमें कार्बोहाइड्रेट है 64.6 ग्राम्स
इन 100 ग्राम्स ना, तो अगर आप एक कैंडी लेते हो तो कार्बोहाइड्रेट कितने हुए 5 ग्राम में, 3 ग्राम्स के आसपास।
ओके ओके
ओके, सो दिस वे यू डू द कैलकुलेशन, बिकॉज हम 100 ग्राम कैंडी तो एक साथ नहीं खाएंगे ना, हम एक या दो पीसेस लेंगे उसमें से।
ओके मैम, एंड मैम लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज, जैसे आपने हमें सिखाया है प्रोटीन, कार्ब्स और फैट्स, मैंने अपना अज्यूम किया, सारा बीएमआई निकाला, मेरा जो भी निकाला, मेरी कैलोरीज आई टोटल 1600 जो मेरे को लेनी है टू मेंटेन द वेट। फिर मैंने अपने कार्ब्स निकाले, प्रोटीन्स निकाला, फैट निकाला। अब मैंने कार्ब्स माना, मुझे याद नहीं एग्जैक्ट कितनी अमाउंट आई थी मेरी, तो अब मेरे को वो अभी आपने ये सिखाना है ना हमें कि हम कार्ब्स को आगे डिवाइड कैसे करेंगे।
मैंने मैक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स तो सिखाया था,
पर आगे कार्ब्स को डिवाइड कैसे करना है? 275 अगर मेरे कार्ब्स आए हैं उनको ग्राम्स में, 275 कार्ब्स मेरे को लेने हैं पूरे दिन में, मैं उसको आगे डिवाइड कैसे करूंगी अपने ब्रेकफास्ट में, उसमें वो सब कैसे मैं
करना है कायन, अभी वो हमने
करना है ना? ठीक है मैम, थैंक
हम कल फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम कल एक्सचेंज लिस्ट करेंगे, एक्सचेंज लिस्ट अंडरस्टैंड करके फिर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करेंगे। सो इन द कमिंग वीक आई थिंक आई विल बी एबल टू कवर दिस थिंग। Yes, Naina, please ask your question.
Ma'am.
Yes, Naina, please
Actually,
ask.
yeah, actually, my question is, I just want to understand in this BMR that I know this is the formula, but I just wanted to know that this is for what? 13.7 for the man
These are the
and
constants. Naina, these are the constants. Like, if you talk about the pi value, maths में pi value होती है, उसका constant number है 3.14 या 22/7. So these
Hmm.
are the constant which have arrived at after doing a lot of researches. These are the constant numbers जो सारी male calculations में constant रहेंगे and female numbers will remain constant in the female calculations.
Okay, okay. Yeah, fine. Another question is, ma'am, I'm just talking about because nowadays sun's rays are really very damage us. So we can this anyhow this the food we are taking it, that can prevent that, ma'am, if we take all the vitamins and minerals in our diet.
Sun rays basically have too much of ultraviolet radiations. So
Yes.
ultraviolet radiations are causing more of free radical damage. So free
Mhm.
radical damage के लिए antioxidant rich diet will be helpful. And antioxidants we mostly get from raw fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, so we can say that only fruits and vegetables should be our focus, or we on the vitamins also we have to, discover again that which
No,
vitamin we have to take more to
no,
avoid
no.
this kind of the
Basically,
things.
basically vitamin E, vitamin C, they fight this free radical. But as a whole, we need vitamin and mineral for so many reasons. So we are avoiding that. We should not be taking any supplements. So in that case, if we are taking fruit and vegetables, and every day you take different fruits and different vegetables.
Yes,
So
yes.
that means like if the one day you are taking apple, another day you are taking papaya, or the third day you are taking grapes. So we
Hmm.
are getting a mix of all nutrients from different fruits and vegetables.
So it is advisable to have the variety of the food, or we can stuck.
Definitely.
Okay,
No, no,
okay,
we
okay, fine.
should have variety of foods. We should not stick to only one fruit.
Hmm. Because of what I've noticed, if somebody is kind of having, regular on regular basis vitamin E or vitamin C, then I have seen that that person that is in my house only, and but we all get the sunburns and all, but he is not getting it.
See,
So, but
one is
he's
the
regularly taking.
sensitivity also.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. He never
Basically,
gets
that is
sunburns because regularly he eats, he is having vitamin E and C on the regular basis.
Yeah, so these impacts, vitamin C, as I told you, vitamin E and vitamin C, they are protecting our skin. They are fighting against the free radicals. Free radical is the only thing जो skin को tan करती है, blemishes होते हैं, pigmentation होती है, wrinkles होते हैं, hair fall होता है. So if
Mm-hmm.
we are having these things, free radicals जब damage नहीं करेंगे, तो everything is getting protected.
And how about this one? You told me that we have to have fruits and vegetable, but the same vitamin we are getting from nuts also, ma'am. So,
Definitely. We
so
should be having nuts. Yes, we can have anything which is raw, right? Raw
okay,
nuts,
yeah,
raw seeds. The seeds these days are known as powerhouse of nutrients. You
yeah,
name
yeah.
them, you get all the nutrients in those seeds. So nuts
Mm-hmm.
and seeds, fruits, vegetables are good sources.
Okay, so any nuts is there with vitamin C, ma'am?
No, there is no nut as such. You get this thing. A little bit is there in raisins. A little bit is there in apricots.
Okay.
Uh, that's all. Nuts are not a great source of vitamin C, but they're a
See,
great source of other nutrients.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks.
Yes, Sudha, please ask your question.
या गुड आफ्टरनून मैम।
Good
मैम
afternoon.
हाँ, ये मोस्टली आजकल हम लोग देखते हैं कि यूरिक एसिड लोगों का बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ा रहता है, तो ऑन दैट केस हमें प्रोटीन इंटेक लेने के लिए मना किया जाता है
जी,
कि हाँ, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट सारे प्रोटीन इंटेक चले जाते हैं उसमें अगर सीवियर यूरिक एसिड है तो। उस केसेस में क्या हम सिर्फ कार्ब्स और ये लेते फैट्स लेंगे?
नहीं, हम कैसे करते हैं फिर हमारा जो प्रोटीन कंटेंट रहता है डाइट में वो 10% जितना रहता है. हम जीरो प्रोटीन तो डेफिनेटली कभी नहीं जा सकते. तो आर प्रोटीन intake goes to 10% in the diet. 60% हमारा कार्ब्स रहते हैं, 30% फैट्स रहता है।
ओके ओके। और
Because
अनदर
you know, आप रोटी ले रहे हो, प्रोटीन तो उसमें भी है। आप कोई ग्रीन लीफी वेजिटेबल ले रहे हो, प्रोटीन तो उसमें भी है। सो वी कांट गो 0% ऑन प्रोटीन। तो हम बहुत बेयर मिनिमम, ताकि मसल लॉस होना ना शुरू हो जाए, तो हम 10% प्रोटीन डाइट में इंक्लूड करते हैं।
ओके, तो मतलब ऑलमोस्ट हमें प्रोटीन कार्ब्स के थ्रू मिल जा रहा है। एक्चुअली देखे तो जो कार्ब्स हम ले रहे हैं
कम
उसमें
मिलता है, पर थोड़ा सा मिल जाता है।
अनदर क्वेश्चन इसकी सिम्टम्स, अगर आजकल पता नहीं ये ड्यू टू सीजन या कि जो हमारा टंग है ना, मतलब हमारा जनरली क्या ड्राई हो जाता है, और थर्स्ट की जो ये होती है ना, वो बहुत ज्यादा लगता है, बार बार लगता है हाँ वाटर इनटेक की जरूरत है, और उसकी वजह से यूरिन की जो फ्रिक्वेंसी होती है वो भी बढ़ जाता है। तो वो क्या एनी किसी डिजीज को का इंडिकेशन है या इट्स नॉर्मल?
So, because we are drinking water, obviously, the urine output is more. So, nothing to worry. I don't think so.
या मे बी कि सलाइवा कम बन रहा हो, ये भी एक रीजन हो जिसकी वजह से हमारा टंग ड्राई हो रहा हो।
ड्राइनेस बिकॉज ऑफ कभी कभी थायराइड में भी ड्राइनेस होती है, डायबिटीज में भी ड्राइनेस होती है। तो एक बार आप अपना चेकअप, ब्लड प्रोफाइल चेक करवा सकते हो, जस्ट टू बी ऑन अ सेफर साइड। बट आई फील दिस इज एब्सोल्युटली नॉर्मल। बट इफ यू फील, यू शुड गो फॉर अ ब्लड प्रोफाइल। Once in 6 months, everyone should go for a blood profile.
ओके, थैंक यू।
Yes, Sudarshan Reddy, please ask your question.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
As we discuss about type 2 diabetics, so I have a question that what happens when glucose stays in a bloodstream? So when
Okay,
it
I
is not
think,
entering the cell.
yeah, so I think you asked that question the other day also. I think so. So what happens? Glucose is high blood, and now blood is circulating. Okay. So when the glucose remains high for one day, nothing is going to happen. But if
Okay.
glucose is constantly high in the blood, it is going to impact the organs. Now,
Okay.
for a person there are two different individuals. Both have HbA1c levels of more than 9, which is very high. So that indicates that constant blood sugars are high in that person. Now, for one person, kidneys may get impacted. For other person, eyes may get impacted. Glaucoma हो जाएगा eyes में. So
Okay.
what is happening is, हर एक की body different है, हर एक की organ strength different है. जो delicate organ strength होगी ना, वहां पे target होता है.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine.
So
And
if constant blood sugar ज़्यादा रहेगी, one or the other function may get impacted for complications जो हमने की, nephropathy, neuropathy, retinopathy, foot coronary heart issues, because blood is circulating in every nook and corner. कुछ लोगों को paralysis भी हो जाता है. It varies from individual health parameters, individual strength, organ strength, उसके basis पे depend करता है. But one day high sugar levels, 15-day high sugar levels are not going to impact. But for years and years, if the sugar is uncontrolled, if it is not managed properly, then it has an impact on the organ health.
okay, ma'am. Okay. And my second question is, you said banana has high GI. So every fruits have the same GI compared to others, like when we take fiber. So which fruits will be okay for diabetic patients?
See,
Like
guava. See, fruits will have glycemic index, but there are certain fruits like guava, apple, then this pear, papaya, pineapple. So these fruits have high fiber intake. So when we are doing a net carbohydrate calculation, so what is there is total carbohydrate of a food minus the fiber content, and then we get the net carbohydrate. For example, we take watermelon. Watermelon is very high in carbohydrates. We take apple. Apple is also having carbohydrates, but watermelon, the fiber content is less, but apple has more fiber content. So when we get the net carbohydrate content, apple will have a low carbohydrate as compared to watermelon.
okay, ma'am.
Okay, but now coming back again, watermelon भी हम diabetic individuals को देते हैं season में, but limited pieces, like half a bowl, and sprinkling little cinnamon powder on that, and having a teaspoon of flax seeds along. This way we can give the fruits to them.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. And the next question is, how will I know that I have a pre-diabetics?
You will
Like,
check your blood profile.
okay.
That is the easiest way to understand.
Okay,
Or
ma'am. Okay.
probably if you are facing any symptoms, then the best way to make sure is to get your blood profiles done.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine. And what do you mean by hypoglycemic? No?
Hypoglycemia.
Yeah, sorry, glycemia.
Hypoglycemia is low sugar levels.
Low sugar levels. Okay.
Yeah, so this usually is when diabetic individuals miss their meals. Diabetic individuals are taking medicines, but they are not having proper meal. They are eating less, or they have, for any reason, they have skipped meal. Then hypoglycemic, or they have done over exercising. Then hypoglycemic things are seen.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you. And last question is that I have previously asked that how to select a protein. Is there any criteria to select a good protein?
You just have to see the nutrient intake and the composition of the product, which we have already discussed in the initial part of the class today.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, but actually I gone through the Google studies. So that time I got that the protein should have the score of 1. Protein digestive amino acid score should be 1. If it is there, it is a good quality protein. Is that correct, or is that?
See, no, again, there is no criteria to decide that score.
Okay.
Researches are on, but yet there is no defined criteria for that by WHO or ICMR.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Sanjeev, please ask your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, my question was regarding uric acid only. As when the uric acid increases, we have gout attack, and इतना मतलब problem हो गया कि eyes में जो tendons है, they are also attacked. So the doctor said to have proteins, but not to have purines. Now, what is purines?
We will be talking about this, जब हम kidney issues करेंगे. Purines basically metabolites होते हैं. There are purine rich foods जिनकी मैं आपको list share करूंगी. Matter of few classes, Sanjeet, I would like कि आप थोड़ा wait करो, because we are going to understand what happens in uric acid, what happens in gout, and what is the diet that we should be following in that case.
Fine, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Kayan, please ask your question.
So my question is, ये यूरिक एसिड में जैसे प्रोटीन मना करते हैं, बट आई हैव रेड समवेयर की सिर्फ प्यूरिन जो प्रोटीन होता है उसको मना करते हैं. बाकी
Again, the
proteins you
answer
can
goes same to you, Kayan. Wait for the class to happen.
Okay, ma'am.
Hema Malini, please ask your question. Just a reminder, we have still not done a kidney disease, so that is why I'm telling you to wait. Yes, Hema Malini.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am? Good morning. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, ma'am. There's a basic question. Like, if I'm cooking a certain dish for my family, how do I know that this much quantity of nutrients is being distributed to each one of us? Like, how is it? How after cooking? If I'm cooking a dal, then how much quantity is distributed among each member? So how will I know that?
You will be, suppose for example, you are preparing, you have taken 100 grams of dal for the family of 4. So you will be dividing 100 grams with 4 family members, which means 25 grams is eaten by everybody. Or 100 grams of dal is making 4 bowls of cooked dal. So one bowl is equivalent to 25 grams.
So after cooking, I have to measure, like only then I will come to
you don't
right?
have to measure. There is an exchange list that has been shared with you in class 1 and in one of the in-between classes also. That exchange list is telling you raw proportions to cooked proportions. So if you're taking for family, for example, again a family of 4 is here, and then you need to understand how much oil to use. So we will be discussing about the exchange list tomorrow. For example, one family member has to take 3 spoons of oil. So according for the entire family, we will be using 3 multiplied by 4, 12 spoons of oil. So initially what I tell my clients is that you put 12 spoons of oil in a bowl in the morning, And your target is that
Okay.
you're doing the cooking, entire day cooking from those 12 spoons only.
Okay.
Got
Okay.
that?
Okay.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
Aparna, please
Okay.
ask your question.
Ma'am,
Hema Malini, please come again.
okay. Ma'am, is it what is the best way to eat a fruit? Like, is it can you consume that as a mixed fruit salad or just one fruit at a time or one
One
fruit?
fruit at a time is best, but mixed fruit salad sometimes can be taken. But I would suggest one fruit, but every day if we change fruit, that is the best thing that we can do. But sometimes if we are creating something or we are making a mixed fruit salad, that is also okay. We can mix 2 to 3 fruits also. That is not a problem.
Is there anything like we should not mix this fruit with this, citric fruit
No,
with this?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing. And last one more question. And this dry fruits, we get this dried pineapple, dried papaya. Do they have the same nutrients as
No,
compared to the fresh
they are
ones?
dehydrated. They are dehydrated, so they are devoid of many nutrients.
Okay, so it cannot be substituted for the fresh fruit.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Yes, Aparna, please ask your question.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम
Good afternoon.
मेरा क्वेश्चन डायबिटीज को लेके है कि if a person obese then he has to lose his weight,
Yes.
but if a person has a moderate weight or perfect weight and he loses his weight, what happened to?
Then we have to plan a weight gain diet in that case. Along with managing the diabetic principles, we will do plan a weight gain diet for him. And we will plan a weight gain diet with 55% carbs, 20% proteins, and 25% fats, or 55% carbs, 15% proteins, and 30% fats.
अच्छा, अगर ये वेट लूज करते हैं कोई डायबिटिक पर्सन, तो क्या ये डायबिटीज का कुछ और सीरियस हो रहा है, ऐसा इंडिकेशन होता है कि नहीं?
Maybe because आपका blood glucose level properly balance नहीं हो पाता है, along with carbohydrate body को nutrients नहीं मिलते हैं, इस वजह से weight loss होता है. और if the diet is not planned properly, तो muscle loss भी हो सकता है.
तो उस पर्सन के लिए हम लोग एक फुल्ली हेल्दी डाइट प्रेफर करेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Anupama, please ask your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, Anupama, please ask. Your voice is coming a little low.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Anupama.
हाँ, मुझे एक्चुअली ये जो बैड कोलेस्ट्रॉल होता है उसके बारे में पूछना था. तो अगर बैड कोलेस्ट्रॉल की मात्रा बढ़ जाती है तो उसे कंट्रोल या कम करने के लिए और गुड कोलेस्ट्रॉल बढ़ाने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? मींस फ्राइड आइटम हमें खाना नहीं है.
I would request you to wait for the topic to be covered in the class.
Okay, thank you.
Jagriti, please ask your question.
Hello, ma'am. So, ma'am, will you be covering anemia? Is it curable?
Yes.
And how to make the body absorb for good ferritin and iron levels?
Yes, we will be covering anemia. On the day we will be focusing on liver issues, and we will be talking about how can we reverse and what are the foods that we should be taking. We'll be talking about that. Yes, Harneek Singh, please ask your question.
Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I want to ask one thing, that is due to cortisol hormone. When it is activated, due to this, the risk factor of diabetic 2 and obesity is increases. I want to ask Bas.
Yes, certainly. If the cortisol hormones are tremendously increasing, they will be increasing the chances of diabetes. They will be increasing the chances of obesity, specifically lower body obesity chances are more. They will be increasing the chances of lipid profile going up and down. So many complications can arise because of high cortisol level.
Okay, thanks, ma'am. When we will study, will be you will topic will that topic on hormones? It will be completed in
There
this.
is no specific topic on hormones that we are focusing on, but like thyroid, PCOD, these are hormonal conditions. We will be taking up these, but a separate topic of hormone like cortisol, serotonin, melatonin, all these hormones are not taken up in this part of the course.
Okay, ji. Okay, thanks, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Akanksha, please ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, Akanksha, please ask your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I
Good
just want to
afternoon.
ask, as we all know, like dates are rich in iron. So I
Yes.
want to ask how many dates we should eat in a day, and how many dates a child should eat in a day.
The child can have 3 to 4 dates because children are super active and dates are a rich source of carbs as well. And we can adults
Okay.
can have 2 to 3 dates.
Okay, like it's not we all say like thoda now like summers are coming, so usse thoda sa heat hota hai and all like everybody says thoda garam hota hai. So is that the case?
Yes, this is the case अगर हम आयुर्वेदिक principles देखते हैं, but if you have a lot of lemon water, buttermilk, chia seeds, sabja seeds,
Okay.
and you take care of your water intake, then they are not going to impact you.
So in daily, like in everyday life, we can take I can give to my daughter like 2 to 3 dates in a day.
How old is your daughter?
She is 2 years old now.
Then you can give her 1 to 2 dates.
Okay, okay, ma'am, sure.
Okay. Yes, Rajesh, please ask your question. Rajesh, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah, yes, madam. I want to ask you whether a person taking the diabetic medicine allopathic,
Yeah.
can he stop the allopathic and start the Ayurvedic medicine after some time?
It really depends upon how his body is responding. One has to be continuously monitoring because yes, and it can be done, but under the supervision of the experts.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Naina, please ask your question.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I just wanted to, when it comes to weight loss, when we are thinking on that, the water retention factor is very important, ma'am. So I just wanted to know about it.
Yeah, exactly, Naina. Tomorrow we are going to cover this obesity topic, and we are going to talk about how salt go into how what is the level of sodium that has to be there in the diet, and it does have impact on water retention thing. So we will be covering that tomorrow.
Okay, okay. Thanks, ma'am.
Ipsita Basu, please ask your question.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
थायराइड पेशेंट के लिए डाइट चार्ट क्या है?
हमने तो अभी थायराइड टॉपिक नहीं किया है इप्सिता.
ओके मैम, थैंक यू.
ठीक है, आप 2-4 दिन में शायद अभी हम कर लेंगे. यस, आईफोन, मे आई नो योर नेम प्लीज एंड क्वेश्चन प्लीज.
हेलो मैम.
यस
मैम, लाइक एग्जांपल हमारा टीडी वैल्यू 2000 है, देन हाउ टू डिसाइड उसमें कितना कार्बोहाइड्रेट, कितना फैट और प्रोटीन लेना है?
It depends upon what is the goal of the person.
अगर नॉर्मल हेल्थ, वेट गेन और वेट लॉस ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना है,
नॉर्मल मेंटेन करना है तो 16-15 ले सकते हैं. 60% carbs, 15% proteins and the remaining fats.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I'll take the chat questions now. Okay. Ma'am, can we combine cooked and uncooked food like cooked peas and vegetable like capsicum? Yes, the different kinds of salads are prepared. We can do that. Can oranges be taken as a pre-workout? Yes, they increase the stamina levels greatly. Can everyone eat sprouts? Yes, but after cooking them. Don't eat the sprouts raw. Can diabetic consume dates? Really depends upon their HbA1c levels and seed dates or seedless dates, both are okay, but we have to see if their HbA1c levels are controlled, we can give them one date. If their HbA1c levels are not controlled, we need to avoid dates because they are highly rich on carbs. Okay, any more questions, anyone? We are done with all the questions which were there in the chat box, query forms and hand raise. Okay, I would like to suggest one thing, that keep practicing. We have done the BMR calculation, TD calculation. I want you to do it for your own self. Second thing I want you all to do is macronutrient distribution also for your own self. Okay, just keep doing that, because if you not do, you will not understand where you are getting stuck. Yes, Anupama, please ask your question.
यस मैम, मैंने चैट बॉक्स में क्वेश्चन डाला था एक्चुअली, बेड वेटिंग से रिलेटेड टॉपिक कवर होने वाला है क्या?
नहीं, इस क्लास में, इस कोर्स में नहीं होगा।
जो हमारा 6 मंथ्स का डिप्लोमा है उसमें होगा?
प्रोबेबली, शायद अनुपमा, एक बार आप एडमिन से ना कोर्स करिकुलम मंगवा लो। आई एम नॉट वेरी श्योर, बट जस्ट आस्क द एडमिन टू शेयर द 6 मंथ्स कोर्स करिकुलम टू यू।
हाँ, वो दिया है उन्होंने, बट चिल्ड्रंस के लिए दिया है डाइट चार्ट वगैरह प्रिपरेशन, बट एग्जैक्ट ऐसा बेड वेटिंग का टॉपिक नहीं दिया
एक्चुअली। चाइल्ड न्यूट्रिशन में कवर होगा।
ओके ओके, एक्चुअली मैम मेरी बेटी है जो 12 इयर्स की है एक्चुअली, बट अभी भी कभी कभी वो बेड वेट हो जाता है, तो उसमें अभी आपके
I think we are going to cover that in bed child nutrition में कवर होगा।
ओके ओके, अच्छा ठीक है।
Neetu, please ask your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Actually, I have given my question in chat box, but I think you didn't got it. Ma'am, if somebody is having fatty liver with bloating issues, which type of diet we must give to that particular person?
Yeah, so these are two topics, Neetu, we are going to cover. We are going to cover liver also. We are going to cover gut issues. In gut issues, we will be covering acidity, constipation, bloating, and we will be covering the prebiotics, probiotics in that. So just wait for a week's time. Let us cover both the topics, and then the picture becomes very clear.
Yes, ma'am.
उसके बाद जब if I'll tell you the food, that will make little sense. अभी मैं कुछ बोलूंगी ना तो आपको background थोड़ा सा नहीं पता होगा तो समझ में नहीं आएगा।
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, Kiran, please ask your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Kiran.
मैम, मैंने खुद सोच के एक प्रोटीन पाउडर मतलब बनाने का सोच रही हूँ, तो मैंने उसमें बादाम, पीनट, सीसम, मखाना, पंपकिन सीड, फ्लैक्स सीड, ये सब ऐड किया है। और क्या मैं ऐड कर सकती हूँ उसमें?
आप उसमें सत्तू ऐड कर सकते हो थोड़ा सा। अगर आपको चॉकलेट फ्लेवर ऐड करना है, कोकोआ पाउडर ऐड कर सकते हो, एंड यू कैन ऐड मिल्क पाउडर आल्सो।
ओके,
प्रोटीन कंटेंट इंक्रीज हो जाएगा उससे।
ओके, कोको पाउडर, कौन सा पाउडर?
ककावा, ककावा आता है CACAO, दिस इज वन, और अदर इज कोकोआ, COCOA। बोथ आर रिच इन एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स। वो चॉकलेट फ्लेवर ऐड करने के लिए इसमें से कुछ भी कर सकते हो।
ओके ओके मैम, फिर मैं अगर ये कंज्यूम करना है तो हम इसको रात में कंज्यूम करें, इवनिंग में, या फिर ब्रेकफास्ट?
आई थिंक ब्रेकफास्ट और इवनिंग स्नैक के लिए इट वुड बी गुड।
ओके, नॉट आफ्टर द डिनर ना?
नॉट रियली। अगर डिनर आपका 7 PM हो रहा है तब आप कर सकते हो। 7 PM 7:30 तक कर रहे हो तो फिर डिनर में नहीं, डिनर में ही फिर आप इसको इसके साथ कुछ हल्का सा कुछ और ले सकते हो।
ओके ओके मैम, ये जो पाउडर बनेगा ये मैं मिल्क में ऐड कर सकती हूँ?
यस, डेफिनेटली।
और मुझे पता नहीं इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं, तो जैसे फुटाना होता है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं?
सुखाना।
ना, चना, चना, फुटाना, क्या बोलते हैं उसको इंग्लिश में, मुझे नहीं पता।
Just find out and let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Kayan, please ask your question.
मैम, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जैसे मैं सत्तू पाउडर बाजार से ले आऊंगी, अगर उसको मैं कैसे कंज्यूम करूं? पानी 1 चम्मच लेके कैसे मतलब कंज्यूम करना है? पानी में डाल के कैसे कंज्यूम करना है?
आप उसको आटे में मिक्स करके रोटी भी बना सकते हो, पानी में डाल के जलजीरा टाइप ड्रिंक भी बना सकते हो, पानी में डाल के मीठी ड्रिंक भी बना सकते हो, सत्तू के लड्डू भी बनते हैं। यू कैन फाइंड आउट द रेसिपी।
सोच रही हूँ कि मैं जिम जाने से पहले प्री वर्कआउट की जगह सत्तू ये वाला ले लूंगी. इट इज ऑल्सो हाई इन प्रोटीन. तो
बट
मैं
Kayan, wait a second. हमने स्पोर्ट्स न्यूट्रिशन किया है एंड वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट कि जिम जाने से या वर्कआउट
प्रोटीन
से
बाद में
पहले
लेना है.
हमें कार्बोहाइड्रेट चाहिए या पोस्ट वर्कआउट
प्रोटीन
ले
हमें
सकते हैं.
बाद में लेना है.
हाँ
तो
जी.
जैसे चलो मैं घर आती हूँ वापस, मैंने वो लेना है अपना, तो मैं पानी में 1 गिलास पानी लूँ ल्यूकवार्म और उसमें सत्तू पाउडर 1 चम्मच डाल के घोल के पी लूँ. सफिशिएंट
एक
है
चम्मच
ऐसे?
से कुछ नहीं होगा, आपको 2 या 3 चम्मच कम से कम डालने होंगे.
ओके, ल्यूकवार्म वाटर में या दूध में भी डाल के ले सकती हूँ मैं इसको?
दूध में इसका टेस्ट कुछ लोगों को पसंद नहीं आता है, तो ल्यूकवार्म वाटर, ठंडा पानी, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सीजन यू कैन पिक अप योर वाटर टेम्परेचर.
तो विंटर सीजन में भी सत्तू पाउडर ले सकती हूँ क्योंकि इसकी थोड़ी तकलीफ ठंडी होती है.
ले सकते हैं. थोड़ा
ओके
सा जीरा पाउडर ऐड कर लेना उसमें.
ओके. जैसे मेरी फ्रेंड लेती है, उसको बैक पेन स्टार्ट हो गई, तो उसका सत्तू पाउडर से तो कोई लेना देना नहीं है ना. उसने सत्तू पाउडर लिया था प्री वर्कआउट की जगह बाद में, तो उसका सत्तू
That
पाउडर
has
से.
no relation.
ओके मैम, ठीक है.
Okay, Madhuri, please ask your question.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, my question is, my son is 2.5 years old, and he
Okay.
was frequent cough and cold due to from last 3 months. He joined nursery, so doctor advised vitamin supplement, immune booster supplement for him, because he got cold for 6 times in last 3 months. But
Okay.
I have improved his diet now. Doctor said उसकी डाइट पे भी थोड़ा ध्यान रखो. So should I need to give him like continue रखो विटामिन सप्लीमेंट, और आरडी की वजह से उसका विटामिन इम्बैलेंस तो नहीं हो जाएगा, क्योंकि मैं उसको नट्स फ्रूट्स सब अच्छे से दे रही हूँ अभी.
अगर आपको 1 मंथ हो गया है सप्लीमेंट देते हुए, अब आप डिसकंटिन्यू करके एक बार 1 मंथ विदाउट सप्लीमेंट्स देख लो.
ओके,
बिकॉज
क्योंकि वो जो
टॉक्सिसिटी भी नहीं होनी चाहिए ना.
हाँ, क्योंकि मैं उसको जिस हिसाब से दे रही हूँ तो आरडीए मैच हो रहा है ऑलमोस्ट.
हाँ,
तो
तो
अभी
फिर
वो
आप
चल रहा है
सप्लीमेंट्स
उसको.
बंद कर दो.
ओके, ठीक है मैम. ठीक है मैम.
Yes, Subhendu, please ask your question.
Good afternoon.
Good
Madam,
afternoon.
is the body density of human being the same? Is it independent of the person, or it varies person to person?
Person to person vary करती है.
Density vary करता है.
Yeah, definitely. Bone density, water content, everything varies from person to person. There is no fixed that every human will have same constitution.
Okay, okay. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Do the allopathic medicine given for diabetics have any side effects in the long run? They may be. Yes, they may be. For HbA1, how severe are they? Not very severe, but obviously medicines are chemicals, so they do have. Okay. So these were the questions. All right, we have done with all the questions. Tomorrow, I'm going to take up obesity topic. Along with that, we will be touching upon exchange list also. So please refer to the green table that I have shared. Just go through it once today. And I would like to thank you all for adjusting today with the change in the time of the class. I really had some urgent, things to work on. So I requested to change the time. So thank you so much for accommodating and understanding. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, 5 o'clock. Thank you so much.